Good morning. It's a Wednesday, March 26, 2014. It's UPB here, optionmillionaires.com. I don't know, I just feel bearish about the market here. We tried to break out, failed, and even today we had futures, or yesterday, rallying, and then we fell, and then we bounced. We did bounce, and I was completely fooled by this. I was expecting further weakness. We're going to head back down to the 184 level, and then we bounced. And yeah, I got the VXX calls, but my win puts, I posted it to a private Twitter account, optionmillionaires.com, $1.05. I got into the win 220s at. And look at this chart, just looks so bearish here. And if you look from a longer term perspective on win resorts, it looks like, okay, we maybe find support at 220, which is the initial level that I was talking about. But I think ultimate support's going to be down here at the 190 level. And then maybe a quick bounce here at the 208 level here. So just something to keep in mind there. Wynn Resorts, Las Vegas Sands, both of them looking very weak, very vulnerable to downside. How about plug? Talking about downside, how about the inverse of downside? It's called upside. Spastic. Look at that candle. That is what we like to call at optionmillionaires.com, a Mikey candle. The Viagra candle, just woo! When you experience upside lasting more than 3 hours, call your broker. A lot of people calling their broker today. Look at that, up almost 50%. CEO came on and said, "Hey, we're like a penny stock. So what's the new business model we should be getting into?" No, I'm just kidding. But you see, with the marijuana stocks, I'm surprised Plug Power isn't going to marijuana. Well, yes, we're taking alternate fuel cell technology, moving it into marijuana, because that's where the money is. That would have, if they came out with that, we'd be looking at a $12. We'd be looking at a 100% move to the upside. But a mere partnership with some unnamed vendor just raises the stock almost 50%. Gosh, come on, that guy should be fired. Let's come out and say, "Hey, listen, we're going to be selling medical marijuana." Boom! Stock would be over $12, and we'd be heading, if there was a moon up here, just picture that, right? We'd be up to the moon. So anyway, Plug Power moving. How about Five Below? I talked about this over and over and over again. Five Below, is looking at it. You look from a longer term perspective. Let's see if I get my drawings up there. They're not there yet. Let me see if I can pull them in there. Oh, there they are. Ooh, it's like magic. And you can see we bounced off support here, this trend line support, which goes back quite a bit. I'm on the 2-year chart. Let's go to the 5-year. There it is. This is the IPO back in 2012. And you can see bouncing off support. We have two lines here. We have a horizontal, and we have a nice trend line here. Both of them acting as support, and we vaulted. I was talking about, you watch any of my videos, go back in time. I talked about Five Below being above $40 all throughout 2014. It's like a broken record. And sure enough, here we are. Stock is up at this level right up here. This level. See this $45? This level. Do I have to highlight it? Anyway, a lot like Big Lots. I was talking about Big Lots at the start of the year, along with Five Below. And this is what happened with Big Lots. See this candle? See that? Do you see this? That's what we're going to see with Five Below. Just great. And you know what's even better? I have a stock. I sound like somebody who's like, I have an infomercial. It's a Saturday morning, and it's, CNBC is off. Kelly Evans is off, jogging on the street or whatever. And I have an infomercial. I have the next big stock that's going to rally 30 to 40% over the next 3 to 4 months. That stock is BTH. I shouldn't say BTH. That's the ticker. It's Blythe Incorporated. Rejected a buyout back in November of 2013. You can see that little candle there. It's like, oh, rejected. But anyway, bouncing. Aside from the massive amount of shorts, it would take over 2.5 months for the shorts to cover the stock, just on short covering alone. Factor out any kind of residual buying volume. People just say, "Hey, let me buy BTH." No, nobody can buy the stock. If nobody buys the stock and it's just shorts for the next 2.5 months, decide to cover their positions, then we would finally get the short percentage down. So anyway, what I like about this stock, okay, we've double bottomed. Nice double bottoms are nice. Nice big round bottoms, depending on what you like in women. But we got a nice double bottom here, and we're moving off of it. Okay, we're over it, and we're holding this $10 level, which is acted as. So you can see it. Look, go across over the last month and a half. This $10 level has acted as resistance. We try and break above it. We just can't. But now we're above it. Now we're above it. This is a game changer. And so I think we're going to move up to see this level here, 1250. I think that's well within reach. Well within reach. And it's going to come. It's going to come, folks. Just a matter of when. The timing is everything. And that's it when you're trading out of the money stock options. Timing is everything, but with BTH, the timing is on our side because we got time on our side. We're out in April. I got the April $10 calls. A lot of people at optionmillionaires.com got the 1250 April calls. And guess what? When we get over 1250, oh my gosh, just imagine 5.4 million shorts squeezing this stock to record low. Now, I'm not trying to incite some sort of short squeeze. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? Earnings came out. The bleed is over. This is, if you look historically over a long term, look at this. $230 stock. I don't even know if they split in the past, but basically collapsed in 2009 like pretty much everything else. Came back to life, hit $50, and now is kind of flatlined, but guess what? We're at support. So even a move up to $20 is not even a blip on the radar. And I could certainly see that happening at the end of 2014. Right now, we're just looking for a bounce. We're at 1041. 1250 is not far away. Sorry, shorts. Sorry, you had your fun. How about Win Resorts? Put this up in my private Twitter account. Got into the win puts for the loss, as I'd like to say. Breaking down. Also, let's move into some other charts. How about Facebook? They made another acquisition, $2 billion. What's $2 billion when you've got? And then I was talking about this pattern here. Look at this. Left shoulder, right shoulder. Head and shoulders pattern. Beautiful breakdown. Just the neckline. Brought this up. Go to StockTwits. Go to Twitter. Go to the chat room at optionmillionaires.com. I brought this up. And I was actually in the puts. Ooh, go figure. So anyway, breakdown. I think we're going to see a continued breakdown here for a lot of these stocks that have seen meteoric rises. Meteoric, you know. Does that sound right? Meteor. Anyway. So I think there's a lot of room to go to the downside. I mean, if you pull up back a long-term chart here, doesn't it? That's what it looks like to me. Same with Twitter. Look at Twitter. I'm going to tweet this chart after I'm done with it. No. You can see it's just melting. It's just melting. It's like a block of ice left out in the sun. Just melting. Oh, no. Down at the $40 level. Wells Fargo. Look at this. Just off all-time highs. Look at this chart. And it looks bullish now, but guess what? We go back to the 5-year. Warren Buffett's like, I'd buy this hand over fist if I had to do it all over again. I remember buying the calls back when it was like $9. I got the 1250. So you go back a little further. Let's do that a little justice. There we go. Look at that plunge. The low was 1012. No, it was lower than that. 812. 719. There it is. 719. You can see the rally it's had. It's up almost $50. Was down a hair today. Same with JP Morgan Chase. I was in the puts today. I closed out for a quick gain. Breaking out, but guess what? We're getting some resistance. How about IBM? Woo! This was carrying stocks higher today, up 3.61% over the $95 level. Broke through, and if you can look from a shorter term perspective, gosh, just looks so bullish. But guess what? I got a couple puts. I'm not going to lie to you. Just because I think it's going to pull back. And if you look from, oversold, overbought, look at this. We're getting back up to the overbought area. So, and that's a big candle. That's just unsustainable. All right. One more chart I want to bring up is, actually, I'll do two more. VXX, which, let me pull off the studies here. Got clobbered, especially late in the session. But look at this trend line. See this? Drew this a while ago. We're hanging tough. You know, like New Kids on the Block, right? Hopefully you've already tuned out the video. For those few of you left, yeah, hanging tough. You remember that song. Come on. Hanging tough here at this level. I think we're going to bounce back up. I'm kind of bearish on stocks. I hate to say it. I'm bearish on it short term. Short term. Long term, bull. Short term, bear, TLT, which is going to be a great trade for downside down to this 104 level. When and why and how, you'll know if you tune into optionmillionaires.com. UPB here, Option Millionaires. Listen, everyone have a great trading day. It is Wednesday, March 26th. It is very early in the morning. Usually I do my videos about an hour or two before the market's going to open. I say, hey, you know what? We know stock futures aren't going to move much. And why not? We know what's going to happen tomorrow because we're psychics. We're never wrong. I'm just kidding. We're always wrong. Nah. We're wrong some of the time. That's good enough. All right, UPB here. Everyone have a great trading session. I'll see you in the chat room at optionmillionaires.com. If I get into any earnings trades, well, actually, I'm looking at some. Look at this one. Here it is. Spoiler alert. This is kind of like when you're tuning into the movie and you and your significant other just sit through the credits and it all at the end of the credits, there's like this bonus kind of video or some sort of, comic scene. Here it is. This is the bonus. This is the bonus for those of you who have stuck it out. GME. I'm not. I don't want to sit here and be a soothsayer or anything. GME's heading lower. We have earnings coming out. Look at this. Look at this. See this line here? Wow. That's resistance. And look at this. This chart looks so bearish to me. Down to the $30 level. $30 level. This. If you take this, you just draw a line. Look at this. Watch the mouse. There it is. That's a pole. This is a flag. This is a bear flag. Beautiful bear flag. I'm buying puts tomorrow. There's your bonus. UPB optionmillionaires.com. Everyone have a great trading day. And I hope that bonus works out well. Hey, it's not 100%, but look at the chart. To me, looks very bearish. Down to 30. UPB, goodbye.